Do you talk about feelings to your children?
We don't talk about feelings to you.
Do you think that therapy is a mostly Caucasian thing?
It is because we're not comfortable with it at all.
As the parents, would you ever say sorry to your children? You can say,
As an African man, we say sorry in a different form.
You know, my dad has never in his life never said I love you.
He only said that to me.
Welcome, guys, to another episode of Family Diaries. Guys, today I've done the impossible. I've got a therapist to speak to my African parents. Yes, I got Stefan here. You want to say hello to the people?
hi there, hello.
Yep, my dad and mum, yes.
Hi, hello everyone.
Yes, and Stefan here's got some questions. We're gonna dig deep into you guys today. We're gonna get some emotions out today. I feel like African parents, they like to hide their emotions, and I'm tired of it. All right, I'm just gonna take it. You can take it away. I'm just gonna be here. I just want to watch this, and I'll say my input whenever I might just say a few things, but this is all you, bro. Let's go.
Thank you. Well, we'd love to encourage more people to talk about their feelings and to talk about mental health and to talk about emotions. So I guess we'll start with that question of how do you guys talk about and show your feelings?
Do you want me to talk first?
Yeah, you go first.
Yeah. We sit down, we talk about it. We talk to each other. Anytime anything goes wrong, or if I'm annoyed about something that is not right, if he do something to me, I will talk to him about it. And that is how I show my feelings.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, same as me. We talk about it, like you said. We talk through it together. And sometimes I just keep quiet. Sometimes, but not all the time. I mean, if she doesn't listen, I just stop. So we talk through it, and when we talk through it, there might be some argument, and when that happens, I just quiet. That's it.
What about to me? How do you do you talk about your feelings to me do you talk about feelings to your children? I know you don't. A lot of African parents don't as well.
We don't talk about feelings to you because we don't want you to see it as something that is get used to that. We keep it within ourselves because we see
And
us.
we solved it.
We see us as a role model to
within
you,
ourselves, yeah.
and then as a role model, we don't want to see the negative side of us when it comes to our feelings.
What do you think about that, Stefan?
Well, actually, I think a really powerful role model would be to show vulnerability and to show openness.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's nothing to be afraid of. And actually, it's not weak to be open. Actually, that's real strength. That's real courage to talk about all of our feelings.
You hearing that? Hey guys, hearing that? This episode is gonna be amazing, guys. I've been looking forward to this. Let's get this going. Yes. What a way to start.
Okay.
So what are you guys gonna be doing from now on?
When you see it shows us that we are not weak. Does it mean we have to keep on saying everything about ourselves when we feel
To the children.
when we feel somehow we feel down, when we feel because when we keep doing that to our children, it has some negative effect as well as they're growing up.
True.
Sounds like you're trying to protect your children.
Yes, that's what we do.
and you're kind of protecting each other from feelings. And I wonder if there is a way to say that when we all share, then we're stronger together.
Even with the children.
The children shouldn't feel responsible. The children in a family are not responsible, and we shouldn't parentify the children where the children have to feel like they're taking on the mum and dad's feelings. But saying that we want to be able to share whatever's going on doesn't mean you're responsible, but it's brave to be vulnerable. It's brave to be honest and to be open with family. I think that's an important message.
Okay.
Yeah.
From the cultural side of it, when we keep doing that to our children, that's not a good parenting style. Because we see our children growing up in a negative form, and then they form the habit that their parents are always having these feelings, these negative emotions, and we don't want them to grow up in that form, because that's not the way we have been brought up. Our parents don't say that to us, and we believe that it makes us strong. You know, it makes us a stronger person that we can be anywhere in the world. We can survive. You know.
I noticed you use that word negative a few times. So there's a judgment over some emotions are good,
Some are bad,
and some are bad.
Of course, yeah.
And actually, I think maybe a cultural shift or a generational shift is that all emotions are okay. All emotions are valid. Emotions are just information. They're communicating something to us that's important, and we shouldn't judge them. You know, you can be sad, you can be angry, you can be frustrated, anxious, upset, whatever it is, and we can explore it together and work through it.
Wow. Stefan, you are amazing. This is the best thing ever. Oh, because you know what it is? I feel like African parents in general need this, even the people watching at home, because they've been trained in such a way in their minds to like have these like these ways about how they go about with their feelings, and I really believe we need to shift these things. We need to change these things. Like, it's 2025, man. You know, we know about mental health now. It's a thing. Do you know what I mean? We need to, you know, like, this is amazing. I'm just gonna carry on. Just keep doing your thing, bro.
But I'm curious about that, because obviously there are cultural and generational differences. So I'm curious, do you think that therapy is a mostly Caucasian thing?
It is, because mental health is not something that we African, we're not comfortable with at all. It's a stigma, and when you have mental issues, you've been labeled as something that is not very good. So and we come from a background where we spiritualize so many things.
Yes.
You know, and when you have mental issues, it's all about praying. It's an evil thing.
They kind of see it as like you're praying it away.
It's the devil's work if you have mental problem. So it's a stigma, and so we're not okay with that at all.
We don't embrace that.
That's the way we've been brought up.
But Stefan, isn't that so unhealthy?
Yeah,
I wish it didn't have to feel so all or nothing, that it doesn't have to be either or. That of course you can have your spirituality and you can have your faith and you can pray and you can use whatever resources are important to you, and at the same time you can talk about your emotions and not judge them and not have shame.
And that's the problem. We don't have the and. We only have the spiritual side of it. We believe in our faith. We believe prayer can do everything. You know, so we don't believe in and.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
I just want to add one thing to that. What you're saying with the whole like African parents, just in general, to be honest, like they spiritualize a lot of things. So, like for example, when I told my parents that we're going to do an episode where I'm going to bring a therapist, they'll say, we don't have mental issues in Jesus' name. I don't have any mental issues in Jesus' name. But then it's like, listen, it's not about you having mental issues. It's just a healthy thing in general to talk about your feelings, to embrace that, you know, mental health is a thing. And we need to get like this whole stigma of like, you know, like, if you have mental issues, it's such a evil, you know, possessive thing. No, you know what I mean? So just add on what he's saying there. Like, so how do you feel what do you think they can do and what we can do in a way to approach that side of things? Like how to like fix it?
I think it's important to know that a therapist isn't going to try to change your mind or convert you into their way of thinking. They're just going to be curious about your way of thinking. So, you know, I was very culturally trained, and actually I trained in America and I trained in San Diego, which is on the border with Mexico. So there's a very high Hispanic population. There was a very high African-American population. And there was a very high indigenous population of native tribes. And they won't talk about mental health in the Western medical model, they will talk about dreams and animals and figures that come to them, and it's very spiritual. And as the therapist, I'm not trying to change their minds or convert them. I'm just curious to help them understand what's going on. So if you feel that in Jesus' name you're suffering, we will explore that together. But we just want you to know that you're not alone, and that you don't have to have shame around good or bad feelings.
Wow, powerful, powerful.
So just for people to know that they're not alone,
Exactly.
and that we can try and understand each other's perspectives.
It is easy said and done like that. When you grow up in an environment where we labeled anyone with mental issues, it's quite difficult, like you said, difficult to change someone's mind.
Because you grew up like that.
That's where we grew up.
Yeah.
So if anybody with mental problem or mental health issue, where I grew up, they don't even belong to the society.
So is that shame?
It's a shame.
Okay.
It's a big shame. You understand?
How do you think we could get people from minorities or from your community to talk more about mental health issues?
Living here for a long time now, I understand it now. It's something that we need to talk about. It has to be normalized. It has to be something that people should be able to talk about it.
They should feel free to talk about it.
It should be normalized because at the moment now it's kind of abnormal if you say you have mental issues. Within the minority group, the African, Caribbean, Asian community, if you say you have mental problem, people look at you and say, he or she don't talk to him, don't talk to her.
So I wonder if we can slowly change that in society and in your community, where it can be normalized, that we don't have to judge our feelings and we don't have to have that shame.
Yes. So it's about being judgmental. When you say you have mental problem, people judge you straight away. And you don't belong here. You don't belong to this group of people. And that's why people don't talk about it.
And maybe that social change begins at home and in your family life. So I'm curious about your family. How does it work at home? Do you feel like you're an authoritarian family or egalitarian, more equal?
We are not authoritarian, but we were brought up with an authoritarian parent, where we see our parents as in control of everything. So whatever they say is final. They don't apologize. They don't do all these things, and that's what we have been brought up with. And that's where because we live here for long now, we see the massive difference now between how we grew up and now how those generations are growing up now. So we can't even look at our father's face. I can't look at my parents and say and ask why. We don't do that.
Right.
But our children, they do ask questions.
They ask questions now. We can't. We couldn't even ask any question. Whatever they say is final. You say, go and do this. You do it straight away.
And then some children, where we grew up, some children, they're so scared of their parents. They can't even ask questions. They can't tell their dad or mom that they need some things. But I think nowadays things have been changed. They asking questions now.
Which is a good thing to ask questions. Like I said, when we were growing up, we never have any opportunity to ask any question.
You can't even.
We can't even look at the face. We can't even look at the parent face. And it's kind of authoritarian parenting style.
Were you scared of your parents?
Me, yeah.
We don't call it scared. We call it respect.
Okay.
But this is powerful, isn't it? Because I feel like it's being scared, but it's being plastered as respect.
Respect, yes.
And that is deep, isn't it? Because like, come on, this is a big issue. Like it's you guys might have seen as respect, but at what point do you have to? At what point does it have to get to where you say it's not respect anymore? It's just you being scared. Do you know what I mean? Do you think it's being scared or is it respect? And where do you think at what place do you think it's like not that anymore?
You know, I think about those cultural messages like children should be seen and not heard, and that kind of stuff that used to be so common and maybe is shifting, that children are allowed to have a voice, children are allowed to ask questions, children are allowed to be more open with their feelings. And I think that is shifting into them feeling confident in themselves. So I worry that it wasn't respect, but it was a fear. It was an anxiety that if I answer back, if I say the wrong thing, I'll be in trouble.
Yeah, I remember there was, when I was younger, there was a scenario that happened because my dad was so very street man, and they gave me a key that, okay, they said someone is coming, that I should give them something, then come to join them in the church and bring the keys to the church. So I gave the keys to my sister, and my sister lost the key along the way. And we were both scared. We don't know what to tell our dad. You know, so many things like that happen that you will not be able to, you'll be panicking. And like, you know, there was a time I broke something. My dad's, I think, I'm not so sure, I forgot. But I broke something and I was so scared. I was telling my sister to lie that she's the one that broke that thing so that he won't be able to beat up, you know. Things like that. In my children's time now, they will tell you, I broke this, Mom, this happened. There's nothing you can do. The only thing you can do is to scold them or tell them off.
Right.
Do you understand? But in our time, we can't even dare to look at our dad's or our parents' face that, our mom is quite, but dad, very strict.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is generational change happening.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we couldn't differentiate between scaring, or fear, or respect. In those days, we call it respect. So because they're the one that pays the school fees, they're the one that do a lot of things for us. So we see them as someone high authority.
It's our mini God.
So whatever they do is final. So you have to just follow their rules.
Okay. So very strong messages about authority figures.
Yes,
Exactly. Yeah.
Not questioning that. And I guess within that culture, it's very difficult to be vulnerable. Very difficult to be open. So you are breaking those cycles. It sounds like it, that your children can talk.
Yeah, they can talk now. They can
talk.
question us now,
I wait, sorry, just to say that, because you see, I'm the child, and I'll tell you now. I would say it's more now than before. We're like, when we were younger, maybe I think as we got older, they got a bit more, like cool with, do you know what I mean? So
Okay.
So yeah, just to put that out there. So don't act like you guys have been like this the whole time. You haven't.
So do you feel like they worried that, if Amos has a voice, it's going to bring shame on us, but actually they're learning, it's not so bad, it's okay?
Yes, but I do think as well, me putting them on social media and things like that have loosened them up a bit more as well.
Okay.
I genuinely think that's a big factor. But then maybe again, because I'm the youngest sibling, so then maybe my older siblings went through all of those things,
Right.
I think it's a fear of unknown as well, because we African parents, we have a name that we are protecting, and then that name, we don't want any children to spoil that name, and that message has been passed across to our parents as well. So we don't want to bring shame into that family.
The family,
Right.
And if you see any child going in the wrong way, we have to just say no. And that's why they don't question us, and that we never question our parents as well, because we don't want to bring any shame to the family,
So all of these unconscious messages and all this pressure
Yes,
that you're
yeah.
carrying don't bring shame onto us.
Don't bring,
and
yes,
the
don't
family
bring shame
name
to the
and all
family.
that.
Yeah.
Right,
Don't
right.
do this, don't
you
do
would
that. You know.
definitely have it at the back of your head that I don't want to spoil my parents' name. I don't want to do this. I have to, even I remember when we first got married, he would tell me to wear trousers. I don't
Yeah,
wear
yes.
trousers. I went back home.
Yeah,
never
I
wore
remember
trousers.
when we were in a house, girls are not allowed to wear trousers.
Right.
So even up to the time.
Do you mean jeans?
Trouser.
Anything
No,
trouser.
no trouser.
My dad
What would
would
you
not
wear?
allow you then.
Skirts only.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
skirts
gown.
or maybe gown.
Yes.
Oh.
So my dad would not allow us to wear any trouser. You
because-
can't even dare to put that on.
So even up to
So-
the point that she got married,
When I got married,
she was still scared
I was
to wear trouser.
Right.
Yeah,
You know,
I said
we
my
are
dad
just-
might not like it. He said,
Right.
"Boy, you are here now, bro. What is wrong with you?
You know. So those are the things that has been put onto our mind that don't bring shame to my family. Don't do it because we live in a society where we know ourselves. All the families they know themselves. So any child that's not doing very well,
It's just shame.
it's a shame to the
Sticks out
whole
like forth.
family.
Okay.
I wanted to just add on to that. Like, it's a big issue, like being perfect, trying to make your child be quote unquote perfect, but that perfect doesn't exist. There's so much things about what would people say, what people them caring about like what their peers
Other
are gonna
people will
think.
talk
Like
about.
if like for example, if one of their children became a rapper or something, the whole thing is you can't be a rapper. What about what people will think? And I feel like even like when they go out and maybe like the child is wearing like something that's not that's not like socially in their world accepted, they'll say like why are you wearing, you can't wear this, what people think. And I think there's just that idea of like being perfect and it doesn't exist. I feel like they don't allow their children to have imperfections and they want them to have just be the person that they imagine them to be. And I think that's just so unrealistic. Like I think more parents are starting to understand that, but I think there's still many more, and most of them don't still understand that your child doesn't need to be perfect. You've built, you're trying to grow them to be the best person in like the best version of themselves, but you trying to like make them this like idea in your head, like be this, do this, act this way. It just doesn't exist,
Right.
And I think that's the way they grew up. And I think maybe because the way they grew up like that, they've kind of not wanted that for their children. So maybe they went from having an authoritarian household and then being
Egalitarian.
yeah, like to their children. So just wanted to add on to that with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's so much pressure on all of us unconsciously, I think, especially today with social media.
Yeah.
We see how other people are living and we feel like we don't look good enough, we're not successful enough, we don't have the car, the house,
That's the
whatever it
big one.
is.
That's the big one. Yeah.
And we would hope that in our family, that pressure can just disappear and that our parents can just say, whoever you are, you're good enough. I love you unconditionally.
Yes. That's what we need. Stefan, that's what we need.
It's a difficult one in a way, especially if you're from a religious background, very strong religious background. I remember my first son, that time when he had his earring
Right.
on, and it was dodging it for us, And when every time he goes out, he put it on, he comes back, he take it off. And at one stage, we found out he had his earring on, and we were very mad at him. This is not how you were being brought up. Brought up in a very strong religious background, and you can't just put that on. And we're forgetting that it should be open to us, tell us.
To be hiding.
Not to be hiding from us.
So I had a question. It kind of links to that. Is that as the parents, would you ever say sorry to your children? Would you ever go back and say? Would you ever go back and say?
Yeah.
Would you ever go
That's a
and say?
great question.
Do you know what, we were wrong and we apologize?
As an African man, we say sorry in a different form, in action.
See, that's not good enough, bruv. It's just not.
We say
I
we just say your food is downstairs. Come on, we made your food for you.
Stefan,
Eat your food.
Stefan.
We have McDonald's for you now.
Stefan,
Now they've grown up, so I think I will apologize to them more.
no,
now.
don't lie now. That's not Stefan. Let me tell you the truth, okay? They don't apologize. They apologize in different ways, and that's with a lot of parents as well. They don't apologize. I feel like it's pride. Pride is a big thing. Like they don't, instead of just saying sorry, if they do apologize, it's when we've had to say, are you going to say sorry? And then they'll be like, we have to say, just say sorry. It's not that hard to say sorry. Just drop your pride, because you can't be, as parents, teaching us about don't like when for example, like if like your child becomes very successful, you teach your child to be humble and not have pride. But then now when it comes to actually taking your own advice and not being prideful in a different way and to just say sorry, they don't want to listen to that. So I think it's quite hypocritical, to be honest, Stefan, So yeah, that's my take on it. You guys don't say sorry. Don't act like you do. You don't.
I do.
When we put it
No, you don't. No, you don't.
When we put into action, does that not resolve it?
Do you think instead of saying sorry, like actually saying the word sorry, instead of like maybe buying someone a toy or buying them a gift, do you think that's another way of saying sorry without actually saying the sorry?
I think it is another way. It is another way of communicating. Of course, there is non-verbal communication.
Thank you very much.
But that has to translate. You have to feel that that's enough for you as an apology, and you have to feel that if there has been a rupture, if something has upset somebody, that the repair is enough. It doesn't mean that it's unresolved or that it's just being buried and you move on from it.
Yeah.
So it has to feel like a sufficient repair.
Yeah. Okay.
Otherwise, there's a kind of a stacking where you feel that there's been a rupture and you can't trust somebody. You don't feel that safety.
Yeah.
So we have to restore the emotional safety somehow. If we can't do it verbally by saying I'm sorry, then sometimes an action might be a way of doing that. I've made you dinner's on the table, something like that. But it has to feel enough. It has to feel sufficient for the person.
So do you hear that?
I don't think your actions are enough. No,
That's enough.
your actions are not enough.
He wants to hear it.
It's just, yeah. You know what? Can you apologize now for all the times maybe you didn't apologize? Let's put it to the test now. Yeah. Go on.
We are sorry.
See, that's not genuine, is it? No. You do it.
She just said it now.
No, you do it.
She said we
You do it. You say
we are
sorry.
We are sorry.
No.
He said we are sorry. He said we are sorry.
Say I am sorry. Me, I am sorry.
We are sorry.
No, say you. See, he can't do it. You see, and that's what I'm talking about.
Say I'm sorry. Okay.
No. Say, what are you sorry for?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because if it wasn't modelled for you, which it sounds like it wasn't, because you grew up in an authoritarian family.
Yeah, I've never seen my parents
difficult.
saying I'm sorry before.
Right, yeah.
Never.
Yeah. And also there is research into rupture and repair. And, the words alone don't mean anything. We can all just say, yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But we have to feel it. We have to really trust
within,
that the person is connecting with the rupture, that they understand how it hurt us, how it was upsetting, what it was like for us. And then they're able to say, I get it, and it won't happen again.
It won't happen again.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
So
just
good.
like it's in the relationship as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Between husband and wife.
Yes.
If anything goes wrong with them, then they should be able to, express their feelings out and be more apologetic.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, most couples therapy, because I'm a couples therapist as well, so I see a lot of
That's
couples.
good.
Most couples therapy is about rupture and repair. If something has happened in the relationship and it needs to be resolved. Yeah. I was going to ask you about pride. So do you feel that pride and shame are what stop you from being open about your feelings?
Pride and shame. Not right.
I used to when we were younger in a marital life, I used to be more quiet. I don't normally say it out, but he taught me how to be
Okay.
more open. Or and it's really helpful. I will just, if you do something wrong to me, I'll keep quiet. I won't say anything. I will keep quiet. I won't even, but through my action, he will understand that something is wrong with this woman. Okay. Then he will sit me down. What's happened? I might not say it immediately, but as time goes on, when he pressurized me, then I would tell him, this is what you've done. Then as time goes on, I was able to tell him immediately. I say it out, and that was it.
Initially, we she's not used to talking, so but now, I mean, we've married for so many years now, almost 3 decades now. So we talk through everything. So we are now, I wouldn't say pride or shame about this at all, because we talk everything.
Right.
So we don't keep it overnight.
No, not overnight.
There's nothing that's off limits.
No.
Right.
So you just say just speak everything.
May I just say something? So if nothing's off limits with you guys, why isn't that applied to your children as well? Where you can your children have no off limits with the parent?
Because we are the parents.
Yeah, but see what I mean? That is a perfect example of, stating your authority, but we're trying to get here. We're trying to get somewhere with what we're doing, and when you're saying your parents, that's pride, and that's having that.
When I'm saying we are the parent, we have the parental responsibility, and we want you to see us as we have been a good parent.
Yeah, but you can still be a good parent and let your child be open with you without them feeling like they have to hold back. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The children can talk to us.
Yeah, but to an extent. Not with you guys specifically. I'm talking you guys are I'm talking in African parents in general as well, because you guys saying that you'll like this with your relationship, but you don't let your children be like this with you guys. You want you're free spirited, and you're open with your feelings in a relationship together, but when it's with your children, that dynamic is different. Well, shouldn't it be more?
I think what it meant was that when we have any issue between us, we don't get the children involved.
Okay.
We talk about it.
We talk about it within ourselves. We don't get the parents.
We don't
involved.
get outsider parents,
because
friends,
we see us as
children,
parents.
Especially our children. I don't really get them. I prefer to speak with my husband to speak with me, to talk about it, to finish it, to end it there. That's it. Bam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you understand? That's what
not getting the children involved, because we are
So
parents. We are
there's
good
nothing off limits between the two of you.
Yes.
Would you want your children to feel the same? So if they want to come to you and talk about getting an ear
of course, they
piercing,
talk to us,
they talk to us about everything.
Talk to us, yeah.
does it feel that way to you, Amos?
Now, yes. Yes.
Before,
How about before?
before it
No,
was
of course not. Of course
What do you
not.
mean us? What do you mean?
Of course not, man. But that's how things go. You learn, you live and you learn. You grow as people, and they are growing. So I commend.
But they're growing. But it also sounds like you're learning to trust them. That you can go to them with anything,
Yeah.
and you won't be shamed.
Yes.
You won't be judged.
Yeah.
It's always been like that.
No, but what? No, I can assure you, it has not always been like that, man. It has not always been like that.
Really?
Nah, man.
maybe you were street there.
Yeah, he was.
what?
The way he was describing how his dad was, his relationship with his dad was, I would say it was quite similar with how me and my siblings saw him, as we were a bit scared of him. You know what I mean? So you're being a bit
Dad is coming.
hypocritical,
I remember Dad is coming. Let's tie it up. He will be shouting out. Let's tie it up. You know that kind of a thing. But
So thinking about that model of parenting, I'm curious about whether or not you felt able to say I love you, how love is expressed to the children.
I say that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I said that. I said
Okay, this is a great question. Huh? My dad has never in his life, he's never said I love you. Never.
He only said that to me.
It's true.
Really?
I said that to you guys.
What? Oh my gosh! What?
Yeah, it's right though.
Mom, have you ever heard him say that?
Someone's not telling the truth.
He's not telling the truth.
Someone's not telling the truth.
Wait. So are you saying you said it before?
I just said it now.
So in 19 years, first time you're saying it in 19 years.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And that's with a lot of I think in this question, I feel like mums, you know, they are okay in this aspect of their emotions and saying I love you. Dads, especially ethnic, you know, like dads in general, to be honest, actually they don't say I love you. You know what I mean? They don't bring that environment where they can say I love you, most of them, you know. So why is that you don't say, you've never, for 19 years I've been on this earth, Stefan, and he's never said I love you. Why do you think that is?
I just said it now.
See, but
I think
Does that feel sincere? Does that feel
No.
authentic?
no, I feel like he's just saying it now because we've called him out about it. You know? What's your opinion on this?
I think it's bringing up stuff about masculinity. Ideas around
Yes.
masculinity and being able to talk about feelings and be vulnerable and say I love you to our children.
Yeah. look how he's quiet now. He's been talking this whole episode. Now he's quiet. You know?
I never even thought of it at all, you know.
Exactly.
But I always says that to all my
What
children.
affects? Like, I don't know, because I don't know if there's any research out there, but like a dad, let's say a dad says that, like, while the child is growing up, they say I love you to the child, compared to another dad who doesn't ever say it. What is the difference, and what effects does it have on the child?
Yeah. It's very similar to what we were talking about before about are there different ways to apologize? Do you need to hear the words?
Yeah.
Do you have to hear the words, I'm sorry?
Or do you
Or
need to
can we
show it?
express it in other ways? So
Okay.
there is research into it, and there's a book about love languages. And so we can use words. Some people need to hear it, but other people, they really value what's called acts of service. So for example, if somebody does make my dinner and do my laundry, that's how they show me that they love me. And maybe my parents look after me in other ways. So I don't think there will be a difference in the mental health of a child who doesn't hear I love you, as long as they feel loved.
Thank
Yeah.
you very
As long
much.
as they feel cared for.
Thank you very much.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you know what? It didn't have
you.
it didn't have an effect on me. I'll
Right.
be honest. No,
Yeah.
you know.
But would
So-
it
but
have
it's just
been nice
interesting.
to hear it?
Not now. Not now. I'll be honest. Now I think it'll be a bit weird. You know, it's just like that awkward. Like, you know what I
You
mean?
just said in an act of service, which I've been doing for so many years.
True. I think that's how a lot of dads show.
And if we think about those cycles over the generations and generational change, if you had children, do you think you would want to say I love you?
Yes, 100%,
Okay.
100%. I think it's a great thing.
So would you rather prefer the act of service or I love you?
But should he even be asking that though? Is that healthy to ask?
No.
That's a horrible
Now,
that's a horrible thing to say.
You just said it now. There, I can do act of service
Yes.
or
Okay.
or
Obviously, acts of service is more impactful in
Than-
terms of, you know, it's more rewarding than just words.
Thank you.
Yes. But, you know, I know I love you it's just better, isn't it? It's just a bit more
I
meaningful.
think I love you on its own doesn't mean anything. Look,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same as I'm sorry.
It doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything.
Thank
so the
you.
words alone
okay.
aren't
you.
enough. And
So-
it's not either or. It's not either
so-
or. It's not you have to choose between acts of service or the words.
Okay.
But it's together then the child can really feel cared for, really feel
Because,
loved.
We grew up in an environment where we believe in actions.
Right.
Action speaks louder than voice. And when they put the actions in place, we strongly believe in it than you just saying it.
Okay.
You know, because we don't listen to words like that. I've never seen my parents saying I love you.
For where?
No.
So what was that like for you growing up? Did you feel loved?
Perfect.
You felt loved?
Yeah, I felt loved, of course,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, same as I believe, yeah, same as us. Well, yes.
I think my my mom always, puts her hands on my head.
Has she ever said, I love you?
August. And do like this, and
Yeah.
no, she won't say I love you.
Okay, your dad.
No. But the way they react,
It's
the
action.
way they do their actions,
Actions, yes.
Yeah.
speaks that
Yes.
they really care
Yeah,
for
they
you.
care
and
for
they
you.
really loves you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Fair enough.
So that's all that matters, is that the
Yeah.
child feels loved and cared for. But there are different ways of expressing it, and I think
We love
sometimes
you, Amos.
Yeah.
I love you.
I don't hear about that, bro. I don't hear
come on,
that.
I witnessed it. He was able to say it. Well, so we've covered a lot, all about masculinity, cultural differences, what it's like to talk about our feelings and to recognize that vulnerability is a strength and not a weakness. And I'm wondering what you guys will take away from this as a family and maybe take back to your community and what this session has been like for you.
Oh, it was great.
I think it's about
really love
normalizing mental health. That's the main thing. It's something that we need to discuss. We need to feel free to talk about it. It's not something that you just hide your feelings, speak out, talk about it, and get help.
Powerful. This is that what he just said there. Even though it was so short, it's so powerful, because I know that a lot of people out there are gonna look at that. Even dads, African dads especially, are gonna look at that and start to it'll turn something in their brain to actually start thinking, wow, should I express my feelings more? Should I talk about mental health more? Is it a negative thing to have to talk about mental health more? I really feel like that what he just said there is very powerful. Very, very powerful. All jokes aside, Wow.
Thank you so much.
Wow, what a great episode. What an absolute great episode. We covered so much important topics that I feel like a lot of people need to hear and are curious to hear about, because they didn't get to talk about these things to maybe their parents. Stefan, thank you so much.
Really
Thank you, guys.
I just want to say this as well, like the impact this video will have, I feel like on people is amazing, because it's never talked about, especially in an African household. Just mental health in general. So I'm so happy you came down here and talked to these people and really got into things and really dig deep into why they are the way they are, and educate them more. And I feel like we're going to educate a lot of people in the audience as well. So thank you so much, man. Guys, thank you for watching this episode. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. A new episode every Friday. Oh, this is such an amazing episode, guys.
Yeah.
It's been me.
Thank you,
guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Wow.
That was really
Powerful.
powerful, to be honest.